For some reason,
We're
I just...
live.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to AKA Geeks. This is our The Walking Dead after show.
Oh,
With...
and you're frozen. God damn it.
God damn it. Can you hear me, though, at least?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're
Well, at
just
least
frozen.
it's a beautiful picture of me frozen right there.
No, it's not. You look high. You look...
Well, we'll just go with it for now.
Right.
With me, I have... and this week, we are breaking down the episode 6 from season 8, The King, the Widow, and Rick. So, Lynn, let's start off. Tell me what you like about this episode. Is there anything you want to start off with this episode?
No, I mean, this one was on the quiet end of things.
Yeah, I definitely felt that as well.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was about to say before we went live. Is for some reason, like I've been thinking about this episode for the last 2 days,
Right.
and I feel like I've forgotten it.
Well, we did see the garbage people, garbage pail kids,
Yeah, we did see them.
but
And,
not as much as we thought, and not the way we thought.
No, it was really short and quick.
Yeah.
I
A lot
wanted
of nakedness.
Yeah, I wanted more from that, you know. And yeah, there was a lot of nakedness. Ladies got to see Rick with his shirt off, and
A lot
us
more,
guys
no, they saw a lot more than just shirt
they got to
off.
see some thigh
Yeah.
and side cheek. Then we also got to see what's her name, Gladys or whatever her name is. What's her name? Gladys, something like that.
Yeah, some weird techno funk type name.
She took
Janice.
Janice. There we go. Yes.
Janice.
She took the boots from Rick.
She took a lot more than his boots.
Yeah, I wonder if she did what she was talking about. What we
Yeah.
talked about.
I don't think she did. I don't think
No,
she did.
I don't think so either.
No.
I think Rick's in love, and I don't think he would do that to Michonne.
No, and I still, to be fair, I want to know, does she always have to do art that way? And why was the other guy that way as well at the beginning? Because when we saw her, she was working on a cat sculpture.
Yeah.
And of course, she was wearing the little, apron with her backside completely exposed. But for some apparent reason, the guy that walked right behind her in front of the camera was exactly the same way. Does she have to have somebody doing the same thing, or, it's like,
Maybe that's how they do art there, so they don't ruin their clothing. So they don't ruin their clothing. They take it off and they put on the apron.
yeah, but you're gonna tell me that there's like 100 aprons for everybody there? It's
Maybe they have to take turns. Maybe they swap them out.
okay, but if they swap them out, how come there's, because he didn't look like he was doing art. He was just walking across.
And then there were some people behind them that were still dressed.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I don't get. It's like everybody's there standing in position.
It's really weird. And then they throw Rick in there naked. So I'm wondering what the connection here is with them with being naked, because we already know that when they speak, it's a very simplistic form of English. Not a lot of linking words. It's just like hard consonants,
Yeah.
Not a lot of ands, ifs, buts, or uhs,
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm wondering if that connects with that very simplistic nature of. I was let down by that part though, because I wanted to see a little bit more.
So was I. I was thinking he went there purposely, and there was a couple people backing him up, and nobody was there.
But at the same time, it does seem like Rick he's keeping it cool, playing it cool.
Yeah.
He's not worried. So I'm assuming he feels that he has backup coming, or it's going to turn in their favor. Which I like that about him, how he's been following this plan the whole time,
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that moment with them over there, the Garbage Pail Kids. We also had some stuff at the Kingdom. No, not the Kingdom. Let's go with Kingdom.
We could do the Kingdom now.
Yeah, let's go with Kingdom.
It was just a sad sack festival. It was like a pity party.
Jerry. There is one good point. Jerry got a new axe.
Yeah.
Jerry got a new axe. But he's very down in the dumps because King Ezekiel is down in the dumps as well. Did you think that Carol's little speech was gonna revive him? I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally thought it was. And then to see not respond from it.
And what was weird is with that speech, it let us know that she really was behind everything that he believed in. She was really digging everything and felt, okay, this guy's being real to me, but I totally understand everything he's coming across. And she got all emotional about it, and he's just gonna, whatever.
He's all down to the dumps because he lost Shiva. I mean, I really, that speech, what she said was, which is so endearing and from the heart. If that doesn't get you up on your feet, I don't know what can.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about King Ezekiel. I have a feeling though, in the coming episodes, he's gonna make a turnaround and something's gonna happen. I don't know what, but I think he's gonna make a turnaround in the next couple episodes. Well,
he's got the two people that right now he's paying most of the attention to, so hopefully that'll turn it around. Let's see if he can afford to lose Carol and the other kid.
Yeah, the brother, I think it was, the guy. But not much happened in the kingdom. Did anything else happen in the kingdom other than the Carol starts to leave, the boy follows her?
That was pretty much it, except for her interaction with kids. I understand it, but
it hurts her every time she sees a kid. I think they just remind her of Sophia, and it just hurts to her core.
Yeah, not only Sophia, but the other two girls.
Yeah, the other two girls as well. Yeah. Look at the flowers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it really hurts her to her core, so she doesn't truly want to deal with them or get close to them.
She doesn't want to take on that responsibility.
Yeah, which I totally understand, because in other aspects of what she's doing, she's totally up to the task of, or at least come back and now is up to the task of, doing her part.
Yeah.
She does it in other ways. She doesn't want to do it with the kids anymore, so it's understandable. The one big part we have is a lot of what's going on in the hilltop with Maggie and Jesus and the tension.
This also disappointed me for two reasons.
Go jump into it.
We didn't see that son of a bitch hang.
Greg?
Yeah, I wanted Gregory to hang, and I'm sorry if she's going to throw all the saviors into a prison like they have built. None of the saviors felt like, oh, you know what? Let's just beat his ass.
Gregory?
Because he's the reason. He's the one who's saying, "Let's hang him. Let's not leave him alive." And here he is in the same structure with us, and we're just gonna let him cower in a corner, and not do anything.
You got a point there. It's kind of like, why you talk bad about us now? You're here with us. Well, let's beat your ass now.
Yeah.
I think that guy, the one that killed the guy when they were doing the delivery in front of Morgan.
Yeah.
With the long hair, he's gonna die a nasty death in the next 2 episodes.
Well, I think he and Gregory are going to conspire to get out of that jail.
You think they're gonna be the two to conspire to kill Maggie?
Oh, they're gonna conspire to get out of that jail. That's all I can say. Whether it helps with killing Maggie, because for one, the scene with him looking over at the gun and what have you, and
he made a move for the gun.
Yeah, he made the move for the gun. Maggie put the gun in his face, knocked him out. And Gregory's gonna look at him like, maybe I can use him and turn him into a sympathetic ear to get me out of here.
Exactly. I want to. Part of me really wants to trust the other guy. The one that spoke up and bumped him. I really want to trust him. I really want him to be like the voice for the other ones that says, look it. We're doing what we're doing to help the community survive. We don't want a war, and we understand what Negan was.
Yeah.
But now we see a better option. We want to be good. I want that to be what they're saying. I want to trust them, but part of me says no.
Right.
It's so tough because they could turn in any instance. And then you have the bad apples like the guy with the long hair.
Yeah.
But this was not entirely the best. I don't know. It was really slow, like we were saying. From there, it went into this conversation, where Aaron is gonna go out, and Enid is gonna follow him, go with him, and it looks like Maggie's bonding with Gracie, and they're talking with Jesus about why the saviors are there as captives, and Jesus thinks it was all altruistic and we're looking out for the best in everybody.
Yeah.
We come to find out that no, they're just bargaining chips, which that's understandable. Totally understandable. But I'm also at the same time is like, it still leaves the plot open of what can actually happen to them, because she says they gotta die, but I think there's still a part of her that even though they are bargaining chips, she doesn't want to necessarily outright kill all of them.
I think Maggie was just saying that because of everybody that was in the room. She's not gonna
show her cards.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too.
And she's got Jesus, saying stuff that she's not expected, and then at the same time she's got Gregory sitting in the office trying to weasel his way into her mind. So
yeah,
I think she's smart enough and been around Rick long enough that she knows not to play all her cards in one.
Yeah,
hand.
She's shown some, but she has pocket aces,
Yeah.
Whatever her decision is, she's gonna. I feel like with how Maggie has been or acted and been around these people, I feel like whatever she does, I think the people are gonna follow her, and they're not gonna be, they're not gonna try to riot. I don't think.
Yeah.
And even Jesus, at a certain point, even if he disagrees with what Maggie does, I think he's going to realize that she's doing it for the best of the people and not trying to be some sadistic killer or whatever.
Right.
So, again, this episode was a slow episode. This is, to me, it was not the best episode this season.
I think this was done intentionally.
You think so, to slow things down?
Yeah, I think this is the calm before the storm, right? Because we only have 3 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it 2 after this?
2 more episodes.
2 more. So yeah, this is like, all right, let's let the tide settles, and then we can ramp it up, and then that last episode will be the one that has everybody hanging on to.
We also, I forgot to bring up, we also have actually one more thing we should talk about is Michonne and Rosita leaving, and Tara and Daryl leaving.
I understand why they left, but Daryl and her were already out. They just met up with Michonne and Rosita.
Yeah, and they have the whole scene where the fat lady, when they called her fat lady, I was like, oh yeah, the fat lady's gonna sing. That means everything's over. They're gonna get the I totally got it. I thought that was clever. It's so long. It's been so long since we've seen Michonne, even though it's only been they actually dated it, or in the episode they said it's only been a day and a half, and so we know how long this season's been going on for now. 1 day and a half. But it's been so long, I forgot that she got her ass kicked. I was like, what's wrong? Oh, it looks like she got punched.
Yeah, the whole sniper tower thing.
Yeah, and then I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, it was the sniper tower when the Garbage Pail Kids were there and everything. So I was like, okay. So she's still recovering from that. I forgot Rosita was shot. For real, it's like when they went back to them finally, I was like, what? She got shot? And I totally feel like they mentioned that in the car to remind us what happened. Like, here's a recap. Oh, you just got shot. Well, you just got your ass kicked or whatever. Like, neither of us should be out here. It turned out to be fortuitous that they left. And they found the fat lady and the 2 other people, and they were able to stop them with the help of Daryl and Tara.
Who I'm at this point sick of.
Tara or
I'm sick of both of them.
Okay.
They need to stop being little kids.
See, the thing about this is, I'm confused because Daryl has become a very quiet character over the last few seasons, right?
Yeah.
He used to speak a lot more. He used to have a lot more lines, I feel. And when Merle died, I felt like that was a huge epic point where he should have been, that should have been the most angry he should have ever been, which is towards the governor, right? And I feel like he's angrier about this with the whole, maybe because he feels like getting Glenn killed was his fault, and also because he was, tortured or broken down, Right. So I guess I don't know what the scale is, what weighs more on him. So he's like pure anger now. You know what I mean?
I think he's between him getting caught and what have you. He's just like, I'm done with it. Let's just kill him and get it over with.
get it over with. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's for me. I gotta take it in because I want to see Daryl have more lines because I want to see what he's thinking because he's been changing as a character over the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Tara, like we talked about a couple, was it last week or the week before? How she's all this stuff just happened pretty recently. She wants to kill Dwight right now, regardless of the fact that Dwight's helping them, and Daryl still wants to kill Dwight as well. Do you think that's gonna happen?
I don't think it's Dwight they're referring to.
I thought it was Dwight they're referring to.
No, it's Negan.
You think so? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was Dwight. I thought it was Dwight because Dwight killed Denise.
Daryl's the one sending Dwight messages. Why would Dwight, why would Daryl want to kill Dwight?
I
Dwight's
just thought
the
it
reason
was
why he got out.
I thought it was Dwight because when it starts with Tara,
No,
I want to kill him.
It's Negan.
I don't. And after this I'm gonna kill him.
It's
so
Negan.
I was wondering at that whether they're talking about Dwight or
No.
or yeah. You think it's Negan? Okay.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Negan.
Okay. So
Sure it's Negan. 'Cause Dwight's the one helping them out.
I totally get that. But he killed Denise, so that made me went to my mind. I was like, is they talking about Dwight? But anyway, I think we covered everything in this episode.
Yeah.
I don't think that there was anything major that was just like bombshell worth news. Oh, we met Sadiq,
Yeah.
and we got to
Sadiq
hear
and Carl.
the questions, the 3 questions.
Yeah.
How many zombies how many walkers have you killed? How many people have you killed, and why? I'm hoping. I really hope that they do not just introduce him and kill him in an episode or 2.
I just don't get.
Why are they introducing him?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There has to be some reason behind it.
Right now he's an odd duck for me.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that there's a reason for it. I hope they don't just, make it a quick wash of the hands in this half-season finale.
Maybe he's a plant from the Saviors.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Yeah, because him and Carl's little storyline that they got going doesn't mesh with the rest of the ongoing war.
It's too perfect, right?
Well, no, it's not perfect. It's just it doesn't go with the full theme of the season. I'm like, okay, we're in all-out war. What the fuck is Carl doing just walking around la-di-da-di looking for some guy that he was trying to get food to when he's got to worry about a bunch of saviors looking to kill him and his family and everybody else he knows.
And that bothered me too. When did Carl leave?
I don't think he ever went back. That's my point. He's been out there since Rick and him have been out there. Since
the first episode when they supposedly dropped him off.
Yeah.
So for a whole day and a half he's been searching for him, you think?
Right.
Okay. But because I know Rick said, "Bye, you and Michonne got to protect this place," and so you think he snuck out at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah, we're done.
All right, so going forward, last 2 episodes, what are you looking forward to? What do you expect?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
They're keeping this plan so close to the chest, this Rick's plan, that it's hard to understand. I don't know what's going to happen either.
Yeah.
Next week's episode is going to be called Time for After. Negan has to enlist the help of his lieutenants in solving a huge issue facing the sanctuary. Rick and the group continue to enact the plan. I think the issue is going to be finding out who squealed on him. I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I know by the one clip they showed, Dwight and Mr.
And
Eugene Pants, have to come to a fucking decision because
with whether or not Eugene's gonna be a pussy or self-preservation or go for the team that he was with previously.
Right.
Oh man, Eugene, I hope he doesn't do the pussy thing. I hope he does.
Oh, and one quick thing, since during Talking Dead they announced who
the
character is that's going to be in Fear the Walking Dead. Can I just say, huh? Really?
So how is that going to work?
I have no idea.
So Morgan after the time of the first episode of the first season, he is going to somehow go from Atlanta a little bit west.
No. So he's got, because remember, by this point in Fear, Rick had just woken up.
Yeah. In Fear, they're only a few weeks, maybe a couple months in at this point, right?
I remember Susan and I were trying to get the timeline, and right at this point, Rick had just woken up, so he's, making his trek. So technically, he's still in the general neighborhood of his
Atlanta.
home. No,
Yes.
No, not in Atlanta. Atlanta is when
Georgia,
he meets
in Georgia.
Yeah.
What's it called? Macon? Is it Macon?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, or is that the video?
But the thing is, so not only is Morgan has to be there, his son has to be there.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
How are they? Yeah, that kid's how old now?
That kid's the same age as Carl. So I don't think
15, 16 years old.
He's gonna have to be recast.
Yeah. The thing about it though is like, so now does that mean Fear the Walking Dead? Because he said in the Talking Dead that they're shooting in Texas, right?
Yeah, that he is.
So yeah, that he's shooting.
But he's also flying back to Atlanta to film Walking Dead.
He's finishing The Walking Dead.
No, he's going back. He's there now.
In Texas for Fear.
For the Fear episodes, yeah. And then he's also flying back in between takes to do his Walking Dead, because he's not done, because they showed him in the preview clip for next week.
Does that mean that it's gonna happen after he has to kill Dwayne, or after he loses Dwayne?
No, because I don't think he's going to go that far west to go east and north, wherever.
Yeah, I know. It sounds so weird. I don't get how it's going to happen. You would figure that
this is pre him even going into Rick's hometown.
Well, no, I know. The thing that I was thinking is that maybe they scoot ahead a few months.
No, he put it this way: they're not. When Rick meets Morgan, and when Rick goes back to his hometown,
it's been a couple months, maybe.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think whatever happens to Morgan prior to getting there will happen in Fear, and we'll see what makes him go east. We need to see that, whether it's the incident with his wife or whatever the case may be, because we know his wife gets bit as they're there because she's in Georgia. So maybe him going east, maybe he had the same plan as Rick to go to CDC, and
maybe it's the entire that would
because no one said Morgan was from Georgia to begin with.
No, I don't recall them ever saying it, even in the first episode.
Yeah.
It doesn't. They're gonna have to probably transplant him to wherever they're at and have some conversation where it then spurs Morgan to go east.
I'm sure they will.
And he's gonna be at that time wet behind the ears, obviously not gonna be a killer. So that's gonna be weird seeing him in a show now being timid and normal. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting on how they do that. I think it would be easier to get one of the Fear the people to go to the Walking Dead people.
No, because then you'd have to age them forward.
I mean, you're gonna
right now. There's no right now in this timeline. I don't think there's a way for them to do that, because you can't just inject them in there with no previous recollection. Like in Fear, you can inject a few of the Walking Dead characters pre their storyline into meeting up with Rick or whoever. You know what I mean? They could have thrown Negan into Texas for all we know, and tell a little bit of his backstory with the Fear group, pre-Saviors.
I think you can do something with the Fear people to go to Walking Dead. I think you can.
I think they have to.
I think you can.
No, because not. First of all, not this season.
We disagree, Lynn. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. Hear me out. No, hear me out. Not this season, obviously, because this season's done.
No, yeah.
But even if they were to try to interject the Fear characters, they could have like a little side note, but they can't just throw them in there just to throw them in there. It can't be just like one episode and that's it.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they can transfer from there to there. Just we're gonna miss out on a portion of 2 years of somebody.
But then you're spoiling Fear for when it pertains to that character, because you're going to give up too much information.
It could be one of the Morales things, is what I'm kind of going at, is that Morales left, went on his own direction, then came back.
Yeah,
and
but
so
they explained what happened. Him, his wife, his kids.
yeah, and you
ran
can get
into
to
the Savior.
you can get that in The Walking Dead and The
And
Walking.
you'll give up everything leading up to that in fear.
No, but
That's
that
what I
person
mean.
went off. But the person went off on their own way. Maybe is what I'm saying. Is so what they experienced doesn't
But nobody's gone
necessarily
off by
touch
it.
on the story.
Yeah, but
You
everybody
can do it
who's
both ways, Lynn. You don't have to try to prove my point wrong.
no, I understand that and I get that, but everybody in Fear the Walking Dead who's walked off on their own, right, has been found by the rest of that group.
Well,
Every
it's always the family, the same family that wants to leave each other. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Morgan's character or the storyline and how they're going to make them connect. I'm assuming it's going to be something like what you're talking about, like something happens and that's why they go east, but they started off somewhere west.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that it's just I don't know. I want to see it. It seems like it's going to happen this next season because he's filming it now. So, okay, so we got a lot to deal with still with the final battle with Negan. We still have some possible deaths to deal with. Do you think any major characters are going to die?
They better not hold it out and do it on the comeback, like, because we know we're coming to the split.
Yeah, because they did that with Negan already.
Yeah.
Let's just end this as a clean end, right? And then pick up where the dream, the quote unquote, was, and then go to the next season, right?
Yeah, because I'd be.
Don't cock tease the fans at the end of this season, right?
Yeah, don't do what they did with the farmhouse where they dragged it on too much. And everybody was bitching and complaining about being at the farm.
Season 2. I think these next 2 episodes are going to speed up a lot, though, comparative to this episode.
We'll see.
Which is very, very slow, dialogue heavy. This next 2 episodes, I think, are going to speed up a lot.
Yeah.
Any parting thoughts, Lynn?
No, I'm looking forward to it because I'm hoping there's a clean send off into the break.
Yeah, we have high hopes over here at AKA Geeks. We have high hopes for the next 2 episodes. So that concludes this after show. Please join us later this week for our podcast on Thursday, streaming to you live. Hopefully, we'll have Brendan with us. Maybe the Silent Wonder Eddie. The Silent Wonder Eddie. And we'll have a good time with that. Lynn and I were mentioning that there is the Avengers trailer, probably most likely coming out tomorrow. Hopefully we can get together, maybe do even a reveal of that or something.
Yeah.
If you can wait until later in the day, then we can do it together.
Yeah, I think I can wait.
Okay. All right. Well, for Lynn, myself, we thank you for joining us today, you guys, and we will see you guys next week on The Walking Dead After Show.
And we'll make sure that he gets his camera fixed by then.
Yes.
All right.